Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am Sean Anderson, Most Valuable Podcast. We're doing NBA draft grades, and this team didn't have a pick, but we're going to look at the trades of why they did not have a pick, and we'll give you a grade anyways. And this is the Miami Heat. We're giving a draft grade to the Miami Heat here. Now, their first-round pick would have been the 24th pick, and that was in Philadelphia's hand, but how did it get to Philadelphia? Well, first off, Miami traded that to Cleveland when they signed LeBron James, so it was the sign-and trade, so they sent picks to Cleveland for that. So Cleveland ended up with the deal, and then Cleveland somehow worked that into the K-Love deal. So if you look at that trade, that's an A+. I know you could have gotten a young forward. I think they picked Timothy Luwawu. That would have been great there, but you won 2 championships with LeBron James. It was a fair trade. I think with any trade, you're gonna give up whatever you can to get LeBron James. So obviously there you can't fault the Heat there. You didn't have a pick, but it's not that big of a deal. And then in the second round, it was mainly for role players. I think it was Joel Anthony was in the trade. It was a very minor trade that Boston received those 2 picks from, but again, you won 2 titles. That's all that matters. You won 2 titles. These guys wouldn't have been too impactful if you drafted them. I'm going to give the Heat an A because you made a risk. You signed LeBron James. That's all that matters. You get an A because you won 2 titles. That's all that matters. There's not too much to go into. There's not too much in-depth looks to go into. You got 2 titles. That's all that matters here. Thank you so much for watching these draft grades. If you do not want to miss any of the other teams, check out the playlist down below or just subscribe to our channel because we'll be putting them out every single chance we get. Ricky's just going to be a machine uploading them every single quick. He's got quick hands. He's editing them down. He's uploading them. So if you don't want to miss them, check out the link in the description or check out our page, Most Valuable Podcast. If you don't want to miss any of our post-draft coverage, free agency coverage, subscribe to our channel. And if you like these draft grades, if you like the grade I gave to your team, like this video. And if you didn't like this grade, tell us in the comments why it should be higher, why it should be lower. What did your team do right? What did your team do wrong? But that's going to wrap up this video. If you do want to follow us on different places, you can find us on Twitter at Most Valuable Pod. You can find me on Twitter at Schwarbo. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Snapchat. You even find us at patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast. If you donate at least $1, you do get a monthly exclusive podcast, and it's people from the MVP Network. The one for July is me, Mike, and Brandon, and it's a pretty fun one. Mike had some pretty good stories, so if you do not want to miss out on that, go to patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast. It's going to wrap up this draft grade video, and I will see you next time.